Hey, hello, I'm Jefferson Maganda. I'm the founder of the Astronaut Academy, the Astronaut System, and the Astronaut series of guidebooks and training programs that helps companies and individuals all over the world to be the very best they can be, create multiple streams of income, and learn to protect their assets. And I just want to record this short video because I got a question from one of my UK students, and because I posted something that I've been here for a few days and I've managed to network my way to the business community here in Boston. I've also managed to enroll a few students in my program, and I made a connection in terms of the ability to expand and export some technologies to Europe and in Africa. But and he asked me that how did you manage to do that in the city that you claim that you don't know anybody here in business? I think I wanted to answer this question, but at the same time, I want maybe to encourage you if you're watching this and you tend to travel or you kind of scared to move into another city or travel into another city or trying to make friends all over the world, you think is that complicated. Actually, it isn't. And for this particular case, I use this as an example. Basically, I came here on a personal kind of a trip, but I decided to mix it with business. I decided to let me sign up a few students and let me network my way to the business community here in Boston. Boston, one of the largest business cities in the United States. I decided, yeah, why not? Let me make some friends here. Also, I wanted to connect with education institutions. Massachusetts seems to have some of the best universities in the world. So yes, I'm connecting from education point of view for the business community. But at the same time, I wanted to sign up and get some new students. I also want to meet kind of partners I can connect in with the business. I can set up my office here in Massachusetts. So it took me like a week to set up my studio. This is actually my studio, my home studio. It took me almost another few days to get my lines, everything basically sorted. Before you know it, I went to 3 meeting groups actually. You find those meeting groups on meetup.com or you go on Google and find business opportunities or business networking meeting groups around any city. And I went to 2. The first one I went to was quiet, and it was people meeting with each other and have a discussion, kind of like a cocktail type of meeting, business networking group. The other one was an event where everybody stand up and communicate a message and tell what they do. And the third one was actually a general meeting. People we met over lunch, and we started talking to each other and share ideas and concepts with each other. And those 3 meetings, I made enough people, made about 7 connections in those meetings that really took me to speak in 2 different places and connected me to 3 or 4 students I managed to connect with, got me to 3 radio interviews, and I'm also doing my own Blog Talk Radio. I have a Blog Talk Radio show that I invite experts and people who have something good to say to share with the world, with my students or my listeners and my friends all over the world. You see, how does it work? I mean, it works especially when you have something to sell. If you've been listening to me for years, I've always said that something the rest of the world doesn't know, please package it. Turn into a product. And what do I mean by a product? Turn into a book, an audio book, a special report, a DVD, workbook, a home study course, a webinar, a seminar, a coaching, a mentoring, something you can package and license and share with the rest of the world, because, hey, the only way we teach is because we benefit the most. I teach because I learn more. A lecture that you're going to deliver tomorrow, it will take you maybe a few days to put it together, which means you learn more as the teacher. So in business, that's what we do. So in the way that the best teachers are the best marketers today. Gone those days when people just buy because of price or because you are the only person in town. Today, those who educate them, those who offer more value for money, and those who seem to be believable and reliable, and they're going to be there in the future to deal with those issues when they come to. Those can find a solution that covers so many different things, so you become one-stop shop for people's issues. Those are the ones succeeding in business today. So before you worry about networking, create something. Have something to sell. Have something your name on it. If you don't have something with your name on it, find something you passionately believe in and then go out there and sell it as if it was your own business. If you go to a network group and start pitching as if you're pitching some company services, people listen, especially entrepreneurs will listen, but in the end we're thinking, well, if you're only interested in me if I give you a job, if I don't, you go somewhere else, if I give you a deal. But in our business, we carry on communicating with people whether they do business with us or not, because we understand timing is key in business. Today you might not be ready, but tomorrow you might be. So if I keep communicating with you, the chances are you might end up doing business with me in the future. So the answer to the question is really simple. You can go into any country, any city. You can either connect through social media and invite friends within that interest, that sector, or that area of business interest that you have, and people within that interest will actually be more than prepared to come and meet you, connect with you, or you can go meet them. If you have the ability to pitch your business, you know how to network, you can actually connect with people, especially when you come from other part of the world. People are more open to get to know you because they want to know where you're coming from. They want to connect with you. And the other thing is, you also, when you go to those markets, you will see more opportunities than actually the local people see. For the few weeks, this is the end of my second week. I'm going into a third week here in Boston. Now I've got students in other states, but not in Massachusetts. So what really surprised me is there's so many opportunities in this country, but there's so many opportunities in the UK where I've been for the last 23 years. But sometimes when you've been around for so long, you tend to ignore, you tend to take everything that you have access to for granted, which I'm asking you shouldn't do that. If you are a local person, just imagine everything around you. Imagine you're a foreigner. Look at what works, and just remember it doesn't exist in other part of the world. Just think about how can you really learn and understand and study that and become an expert in that, so you can share with the rest of the world, and that's really the first part. Now, for people like us who are foreigners, who go into these countries, who came from other countries to come and make a better love of ourselves, to learn so we can make a difference in our own countries, what you have to be aware is what is it in that country that seems to be working well that you can actually package and export back to your home country. There's so many different things basically be able to share. So if you look around you, I mean, the US seemed to have a more mature market than maybe other markets have been into. They seem to have everything almost systematized. They have a system, a process to it. I went to cut my hair and I was amazed that even barbers here, they have to get a license to cut hair, and they have inspectors, they have a training program, they have a website. You can go and check whether somebody qualified barber or not. Now that system alone doesn't exist in the UK, so if I was to copy that simple system and structure the training model, then the monitoring of it, the structure of the barbershops and certification and licensing go around that, and the stages that it takes, and the whole system of the training website, registration to licensing to monitoring to teach these people to be able to communicate with their customers the way that these guys seem to do it here. You can really build a multi-million-dollar business in just a simple process of cutting hair. Just because you spend time, you studied it, you negotiate, you weighed how it works, you manage to export it into 20, 30 countries. There are more than 100 countries all over the world. You can export technology that you have access to. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the United States or you're in Africa. There are systems in that particular country that is working right now. You can export in other markets. And that's one of the things I want to record this video for. I've seen so much here, which I see everywhere I go, but I think every time your mind get more open. And the difference between maybe some entrepreneurs in the United States is that their attitude to the business seem to be much more open than maybe other markets. That's one of the things I tend to find, and not all of them. There's the same issues we have in the UK. The entitlement mentality does exist here, then it does exist in the UK. But from the business community, the entrepreneurs community, the people a little bit more ahead of the game in terms of how they do business. So I'm asking you, what are these in your market? whether you're in Europe or United States or in the Asian market or in Africa or anywhere in the world, what it is in that country that seems to be working very well, you can actually package and promote and export to other countries. It open more doors for you. It help you become an expert in that particular market. You can build a wealth for yourself. You can now go on and really travel the world, enjoy, but at the same time be able to make an impact, make a difference not only to your family but to the country, to everybody around you. You see, the world is so small nowadays that you can easily do anything, and the connection is really that simple to start. So I hope that really inspires you to start thinking outside the box and see what it is in my market. Can I really learn, package and promote and be able to export out there? Until next time, I'm still here for the next couple of weeks, and hopefully I'll be able to share with you some strategies on how to go on to package and promote yourself as an expert, or you can find systems that you can really make and turn into as your own and put them together and send them and license them, create friends and partnership all over the world. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Till next time, you take care. God bless. Bye for now.